So welcome to an evening with John Cruz, the Appointments Secretary for Governor Schwarzenegger. John Cruz is responsible for non-judicial appointments through the governor's office. As you may know, the Appointments Secretary oversees the appointment-making process to positions for which the governor is responsible. Among other things, the Appointments Secretary sets guidelines for evaluating resumes, interviews, and background checks, as well as represents the governor at public forums which provide opportunities to recruit candidates for his appointments, such as this one. Please join me in welcoming John Cruz, and thank you for coming down from Sacramento this evening.
It's my pleasure to be here. I do get around the state from time to time, and part of my job is to try to generate interest in members of the general public to serve in the administration. We make probably, or I recommend to the governor, probably 20 appointments a week on average, and so that list of available appointments and vacancies changes weekly. When I first joined the office, we had about 1,050 quote vacancies. We made 26 or 28 appointments. I can't take credit for it. I was just basically signing papers that were put in front of me. But we made 26 or 28 appointments, and at the end of the week, we actually had 8 more vacancies than when we started. So it's a number that fluctuates from time to time. We presently have about 750 vacancies, 500 of which are really are in the form of people who are serving now on various boards and commissions, but basically are staying beyond their term of appointed office. It's that once you have filed your online application, that's really the beginning of the process for you, in the sense that it's now incumbent upon you to sort of raise your profile with us. And how do you raise your profile with us? This is important. You do it by finding someone who the governor's office, the appointment secretary, and others, there are other secretaries in the administration, find someone who you can communicate with through an intermediary, a stakeholder. That would be a legislator, that would be a business organization, the bar association, anyone who has an interest in the outcome of the board or commission and the activities of the board or commission that you have an interest in serving on. There are a total of 3,500 appointments that a governor could make in an administration. Like I said, we've made probably on average about 20 a week since I've been there. And these positions, as I mentioned before, some are confirmable, some not. The vast majority are not confirmable, but the high profile, the vast majority are. The only ones that wouldn't be would be something that's simply newsworthy because the board or commission has been in the news recently. Usually not for a very good reason, but that's simply the way it is. There are term appointments and pleasure appointments. Most terms are for 4 years. Occasionally you may be asked to fill out the term of someone who, for whatever reason, cannot fill out their own term, and so you might be asked to fill a seat that might only last for a year, where the term might last for a year, or certainly less than 4 years. But most terms, full terms, are 4 years. There are some appointments which have longer terms. The Board of Regents is a 12-year appointment. State College Board of Trustees is, I believe, 8 years. The Community College Board of Governors is 6 years. But that's the exception rather than the rule. You can come away with anything from this meeting. It's once you have filed your application, you've now got to find a way to raise your profile with us. And it's not difficult or overly difficult, but it does mean that you'll have to probably reach out a little bit to your friends and associates and ask them to communicate with the governor's office, either by sending him a letter or sending me a letter.